this year, with the theme of Tailspin, students will tell their story by working in groups to come up with the most creative storyboard, which will then be accessed for creativity and story flow.
So what's it all about? First of all, it's learning how to storyboard skills, incorporating our literary component, and we also have moral values involved as well. Everyone's going to win a pizza just by taking part, and it's all about creativity and teamwork. So this is for lower secondary, forms 1, 2, and 3, and upper secondary 4, 5, and 6. Now this is very important. Participation is only through school. Getting started, you need a group of 4 or 5. You brainstorm on a moral value. Now the moral value will be the one that is going to take you through the whole story, because it has to be running in and out of your story. As a team now, decide, are you going to submit 2 storyboards? Are you going to take part in the video clip, which is optional? And we're going to talk about all that. And then you delegate responsibilities, and I'm going to give you the deadlines that you have to meet. These are all the things that you must have in your Tailspin. First of all, the plot. The plot is basically the storyline, the story that you're going to work on. And then we have the characters. Now, characters, we are talking about, not more than 5. You cannot have too many people running around in your story because, there are only 9 frames for you to come up with your story. And then you also need to have crossover characters. It's very interesting where you have some character from somewhere else turning up in your story. Moral value or moral values, you can have more than one value running through your story. Because it's a storyboard, you have your pictures, your illustrations and all that, and you will have to narrate what's happening. Right? Because there are only 9 frames, you have to tell a story as well, not only just in picture form or illustrations, but to tell us in narration form. Your last frame has to end with a cliffhanger. There has to be a background placed there in your template that says the plot so far. So what happened before you're introducing the story to us on Storyboard? We want to see something happening stage by stage. All the people that are going to appear in your storyboard should have a character write-up. Your crossover character can come from books, or you can even get it from TV or Astro. With only 9 frames to work with, it's quite impossible for you to put in a lot of information in just picture form. So we are also getting you to come up with narration. And you want to come up with speech bubbles and thought bubbles inside your frames. Go ahead. Include moral values, because you can have a few moral values running through your story. A cliffhanger is basically a suspenseful situation. Those of you who watch all these serials and stuff like that on movies, you have to watch the next one because the last one ended with a cliffhanger. So, suddenly, you see, you have this person walking into the room with a face of shock. Oh, and then it ends there. What did he see? You end on a cliffhanger, and then if you're called to the grand finals, you have to finish the story in the finals. Please don't plagiarize other people's work. So don't go and get somebody else's storyboard and then draw it yourself and everything else is copied. Now, rewards. For 1 personal pen-sized pizza, how many do you need to do? 1 storyboard. So you get 1 pizza to yourself, but it's an upgrade. So from this size to this size, all right, you need to do either 2 or more, but minimum 2, or 1 storyboard and 1 video. You have to understand that last year we had 60,000 entries. I've included the primary because they'll be doing the grand finals together with the upper and the lower secondary. And then, this is where it becomes fun. You end with a cliffhanger. And if you're called, to be one of the grand finalists, you come in and in 5 minutes, you give us the ending. So after you have finished acting and given us a fantastic ending, then the judges will ask you questions. We're sending you off to Hong Kong Disneyland. Yeah, look at how happy these winners were. So this was the team who tried for 5 years. And for the top Woo! 5th year running. Let's give a hand. Yes. Thank you.